Lil Pub about to put on the notice step. Listen, man, I need to tell this guy how it is, bro. You need to tell this. You need to tell him.
They're fucking dumb. They're fucking
tell
idiots.
it. You gotta tell him that. You gotta tell it. You gotta tell. When he comes out, tell him he's an idiot. Tell him he's stupid. Tell him he's a moron.
Like how they going?
Tell him he's a clown.
Car swap.
Tell him he's a. Tell him he's
in the middle of all the car swaps, there's a cop sitting at a red light watching the chase go on. He could have chased the person who did a fucking car swap to stop them doing another car swap. It's not our fault. The cops are fucking lazy.
That's what you gotta tell them, dog. When he comes out here, tell his eyes they're all lazy bums, stupid idiots.
They're all a bunch of lazy fucking bums. Even this guy, lazy bum.
No, because we could literally that shit and get that shit.
Hello, y'all.
Yep.
Like I was hoping that it'd be like 20 dogs, and then I could get like 20 dogs as well.
I mean, we can do that, dog. But like, you know, you might get scared. There's too many people.
Why?
I mean, you're scared of too many cars, no?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really give a fuck what you guys do, but I think for the
Hey, so here's what we gotta do. How about get a judge down here and get him to rule? Is it what we go with, huh?
How about this?
Is it gonna be an unbiased judge?
Well, that's okay. Well, first, what you gotta say, big dog? So how about we get to that first? You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You tell Ming over here. He told me on the phone.
I just said, you know, let's work out some kind of deal where the besties don't do any swaps for a week.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you don't realize like how low we've gone to, you know, make it so it's easier for you.
No, I get it. Right? Yes, I know you're using a racing wheel. I know you're using a racing wheel. Okay, Ming? That, right? Yes, thank you. Oh, everybody check out Ming. He's using a racing wheel.
No,
okay,
this guy who stripped his engine out of his car, took his turbo, took all his fucking shit out of his car, and you're still bitching about car swaps.
Right.
But if someone was out here
this isn't like a never do a car swap thing again. This is just like, hey, you know, I don't know, maybe we could do something where, you know, I'm not saying like, hey, this is a problem. You guys are doing too much. I mean, if that's the case, we could just, I mean, that's a whole separate issue, right? I'm just like, hey, you know, I don't know, maybe we could collaborate to
work out a deal,
A deal where we do something where you guys get what you want in exchange. We get no car swaps. I mean, you guys don't even have to agree to it. I was just like, oh, fuck it, you know, maybe we could do something.
I mean, I know we don't have to agree to it, but I mean, I'll hear you out though, big dog. You know what I'm saying? See what you gotta say.
Maybe you guys want like, hey, cops can't use tasers, or only X amount of units can respond plus no tasers, you know? Like, what would it take? Oh, fuck it. We won't even do a week. We'll do 5 days, like starting tomorrow, you know, Monday to Friday.
You want no car swaps?
Is there anything that you would want from us that would make it so you wouldn't swap? It's something that would make it, I guess, fair on your end if you were not able to swap, make it fun.
Yeah, you know.
Use a stock car.
Like what? Okay, you guys want CV? I mean, fuck. I'm even. I mean, I could talk to Cassidy, but I'm even down for like, hey, we're only using CVPIs if you guys are fucking doing so. You know what I mean? But I think that's different. That's like if you guys only did local cars with fucking no upgrades, and we could do something with fucking CVPIs. But listen, I think so. So you understand where I'm coming from? I'm just trying to get something that's like fresh and different versus the car swap thing will always happen. And I mean, that's just the reality of Los Santos, right? I'm not being like, oh my God, no fucking car swap. But I think the approach I'm trying to come at is like, hey, we do this shit every fucking Ming. How many years have you been fucking Ming? Well, I guess your entire life. Never mind. Don't answer that. But, you know, I mean, we are here almost every single fucking day. And there's a point to where certain situations are monotonous. And if we could get a fucking week of change on our side, and I don't know, maybe from your side too, something that you see from us, I'm like, okay, maybe this is fucking fresh and different and new.
Well, listen, the way I see it, dog, you know, if I'm in a chase, I'm trying to get away. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the way I see it. But, I mean, so let's say there's a boost, right? Let's say there's a boost, okay? How do you expect somebody to not do a car swap in a boost if the boost goes out? Or like somebody fails the hack? So You see what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that,
Just hack better.
I think
I mean, yeah.
I don't
so
know.
we were trying to make a goal so it didn't happen. It doesn't have to happen. If you fail to hack, you don't have to get out of the car and get in another one.
Okay,
I get that you're gonna.
So how about this then? How about this then? Every time I do a boost, I hit one of you guys up, and you guys hack the car for me, so I don't have to get out of the car and swap. That way, so that way we don't fail the hacks.
I don't know how to do that shit.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Peters, what are you willing? Like, are you okay with one swap like for that? Like, I don't know, because
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the thing is like I'm just trying to come to some middle ground where it's like it's something different than okay. So here's my perspective. Every day I get on duty, right? And I mean, we chase you. Like, I love you guys, even though you guys are criminal fucks. I still hope you die. But I do love you guys. But it's just like it's very from our perspective, it's like, hey, this is monotonous. This is the same thing. We do this shit every fucking day. So it's like I like switching things up and making things more interesting or different. I mean, fuck, if you guys have a suggestion for us within the confines of the law, like, I think that we would try to accommodate things.
no repairs. How about that? If we crash, we can't fucking repair the car and rejoin the chase. If you crash, you can't repair the car or swap.
Something to fucking throw a wrench in the kink. Or a wrench in the kink. Something to throw a wrench in the mix.
Well, listen, I think we can do no car swaps, no problem. But then we're gonna have to use a car that's pretty fast. And then the problem is gonna be that car's too fast.
Well, I don't know. Well, I mean, listen, it's not going to be something that we can do. I mean, either it would have to be totally even, where, like I said, if we crash and say we bring 4 units to chase your car, your boost, right? And then I crash, my car breaks, Peter's car breaks, we can't rejoin that pursuit. But if your car goes out, then it's done. I mean, I think that's kind of fair. But again, like you said, this is all up to you guys.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, listen, I completely, I get what you guys are saying. I get it, right? But on the other hand, like, I get into a chase, and I know I'm gonna get fucking. I don't get pitted no more. I just be getting fucking rammed into walls. I just deal with that shit. I'm like, okay, I know this is gonna happen, and I just deal with this shit now. I just know that's what I'm expecting to happen now. So that
shit is hard with the fucking snow as well. You know what I mean?
So you see what I'm saying? Like, I just expect, and I just deal with that shit. That's just what it is.
I mean, you shouldn't be. Listen. You should not be getting pit to disable. I don't know how many times we have to how many times we have to reiterate it as high command. Like, we're not, unless you're trying to kill us, we're not trying to pit you, or we shouldn't be trying to pit you into a wall to fucking explode your car.
Franco with
We're supposed to be pitting to box you. And obviously, I mean, I've barely touched cars when they fly 500 feet. Things happen, but for the majority of it, we're supposed to pit you out in the middle of the road and then box you against a wall, not fucking try to break your car by pitting you into a tree at 200. Listen, I mean, this was Peter's idea. I'm just tagging along, but
yeah, I mean, you guys
know we're kind of out of nowhere.
Like,
you guys talk about it with people, and
listen, I don't want to just instantly shut down your idea, right? Like, I'd hey you out at least. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, of course.
That's the least we could do.
You could talk to people and see if they have any ideas too that maybe none of us came up with that sound like fun.
I mean, what do you think, Ming?
Well, I don't know. I think it's just a bit of a sticky one. I mean, let's say there's a boost going on, right? And I'm there to, block some cops, pit him off, do whatever. And he crashes out or fails the boost. Then what? I just
He just leaves you behind in the middle of the road. You know what I mean?
I just watch him running.
And okay, that's like middle ground. Okay, so you guys get a swap.
I mean, at some point, you would just watch them run around. Like, what if the chase went on for 3 hours? Like, you're going to take out 18 cars? Like, at some point, you would. It's just when you're willing. I mean,
listen, I'm not saying this is I think you guys got a point, right? Like, I think after a certain point, there's a lot of swaps, and sometimes it gets crazy. But like I said, there's been times where I'm driving a car that goes 50 miles per hour and the cops still fucking ram me up a fucking wall. And now you could definitely not lose a car that goes 50 miles per hour. I think if you're a cop, I don't think you have to pit a car that goes 50 miles per hour, right? Like, it's just
I agree.
there's no reason to pit a car that goes that slow. But I mean, I just deal with that shit. It just is what it is.
What the fuck going on here?
No,
Well,
listen. I get that.
I
completely.
mean, the thing is, I'm not like, listen, if I was a criminal, right, I would do swaps. I would do the rattiest shit ever. I mean, I'm not saying like, hey, don't ever do a swap. I'm like, hey, let's do 5 days where you guys come up with something where I don't know, maybe we limit the amount of. I'm just looking for something that's different for 5 days.
All right. How about this? How about then whenever some shit like a bank check goes down, you only bring 15 people. Then what? Same shit. No? That's a compromise.
What are you talking about, Future?
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Like what happened last time we did a bank check? There was like 30 motherfuckers. How about y'all don't want us to do swaps? How about y'all only bring 15 people to the bank check this time? Compromise for compromise, no?
Yeah, but he's talking about he's talking about
I mean,
more
I
than
don't
just
even
bank
know.
trucks. He's talking about just
Yeah,
chases. He's
I'm
talking
just
about chases.
Bank trucks are a little bit different, right? That's a completely different topic. I mean, the thing is bank truck is inherently violent. I'm just talking about chases in general.
We chase the turn violent when y'all pit us off the fucking bridge and shit. What you mean?
Okay, you guys are totally missing the point.
Yeah, okay, hold on.
I don't
okay.
know. I mean, I think you
listen.
understand where I'm getting at. I think if you guys want to work out some sort of deal where it's like, hey, this is a little bit different, and we're down to do this. Like, this is what we expect of you. Like, we'd be willing to work with it.
All right. I'll speak to my boys and we'll figure something out.
Yeah, speak to your boys. I mean, if it's not viable and it's not something you guys want to adhere to, or you don't want to do it, that's fine too. I'm just like, all right, maybe we could change things up a little bit.
Just to make it clear, like we're not coming here to be like we're not liking what you guys are doing. We want you to stop. This is just totally a thing to do for fun. Like it has nothing to do with you guys swapping or any. Like we're just trying to do something different. If that was the conversation we want, it wouldn't be like this. If there was like actual issues, we're just trying to do something fun. Like I said, talk to people. There's probably plenty of ideas that we didn't come up with that might be fun and fair for both sides, where it doesn't feel like you're getting fucked and then we're getting fucked.
Yeah, I mean, listen, like I said, I'm open to it, and I gotta speak to, there's a lot of people I gotta speak to, because a lot of people to get on board, right?
I'm not expecting you guys to know exactly right now anyway. It's kind of a lot to just drop and expect an answer.
But like, I'm open to doing it.
All right, bet.
You guys still stink, though. I hope you know that.
Yeah, fuck you. All right, let's get out of here.
I go fuck yourself. Hey, did he lock the? He's got keys?
They probably got keys